The information I'm about to tell you in this video can literally save your life. It should be taught in schools. It should be mandatory because you've been led astray and you believe these 7 lies that are making you single, they're making you without women, without intimacy. And if you are in a relationship, the relationship is falling. It is collapsing because you believe lies. You've been told things that are simply not true, go against nature, and lead you to struggle with women. So in this video, I'm uncovering 7 lies all men have been told that make them terrible with women and the truth behind what women actually want. Lie number 1. Women want to be treated like an equal. Now, this may shock you if you don't listen to my content, but I'm going to say this in the most simplistic way possible and tie it into nature, biology, and psychology. Women do not want to be treated like an equal. When you treat women like an equal, they don't respect you. They get frustrated. The nagging increases. The arguments increases. And I'll give you a crystal clear example. If you've been in a relationship before, you understand that women will say there is a problem about something, right? They always do. There's always some problem they say that is going on. And the second you treat that like a legitimate problem and you try to provide a solution and you try and sit down like logical adults and talk through things, guess what happens? They get more frustrated, they don't want a solution, and the problem never goes away. Now, why is that? It's because you treated her like a voice of reason. You treated her like an equal. You treated her like a legitimate voice of logic and reason, and therefore, the problem they mentioned has weight, it has substance, and it should be taken seriously. But guess what happened? You did it all wrong. They didn't want a solution. They want to be patted on the head, seen at like they're less than you, and nothing happens because they are running on an emotional, subconscious hardwiring. They're more similar to children than to men because they have tantrums and they're emotional. And so when a woman comes at you with a problem, they don't give a fuck about a solution. Does a solution make them feel better on an emotional state, on an emotional level? No, a solution makes them feel nothing. And all they want is to feel something. And so your job is to not take them seriously, not treat them as an equal, and change their emotional state. Pat them on the head, talk down to them like they're a little kid, and make them feel better. Solutions don't change their state. Treating them like they're below you and not an equal is the only way they will love and respect you because it's based off emotions, and this is biology. Number 2, doing things for women can make them like you. What a hilarious lie. The more effort you put in for women, the more they can't help but see you as below them. And biology says they need a man that is better than them. They want to date up, and therefore you have to act superior. They are inferior, and they want to feel inferior. There is 2 things cannot be true in this scenario. They cannot want a man better than them at everything and not be inferior. And so you have to understand, the more you do for women, the more they see you as inferior to them. Breaking biology, breaking everything that is fundamental when it comes to nature and psychology. And so if you want them to truly desire you, to truly feel like they are inferior and you're superior and they're chasing you, you can't really do shit for them. Because what does it say if you have to do a lot for them to keep them? He needs to do all this for me because I'm better than him and I'm the prize and he's disgusting. That's her exact train of thought. And so you as a man, don't buy flowers, chocolates, don't go out of your way, no dinner reservations, no unique events or experiences. All of that signals on a subconscious level, I am below you. And they feel it because every single time they have the guy that bends over back for them or tries to do a lot for them or puts in a lot of effort, they run to me. They're never with that guy. And you need to rewire your brain to understand that less effort equals more desire. More effort equals less desire, equals being invisible to women. Number 3, women want a man to communicate with them. No, they don't. And this has been told to you as a lie for decades from the media and the TV and women, because women say everything they don't actually want. And so women will go on TikTok and they'll say, well, I want a guy that's communicative and talks about his feelings. And the second you do, they hate you. They're disgusted. If you communicate with women like a woman does with you, you are now a bitch, you are now feminine, and women will see you as a weak, feminine loser. So what does that mean? What should you do instead? What do women actually want? Women don't want to date a woman, okay? Women are the emotional ones. They're the ones crying. They're the ones talking about their feelings. They want the exact opposite. They don't give a shit if you rant to them. They don't give a shit if you vent to them. They don't give a shit about all of these other things. Oh, is that harsh? Is that cruel? Do you want someone to cry on? Call your fucking mother. I'm saving your life right now. I don't care if you've been married. You go to your wife and you vent to her and you rant about things to her and you say all these things and you're communicative about how you feel about the marriage and your work. 1, shrivel. 2, no respect. 3, divorce. In that fucking order. I'm saving your life. You need to vent, you need to rant, you go to your mom. You're in an argument, there's no point getting communicative. Let them blabble, okay? Let them talk. Let them ramble all they want. And then you pat them on the head, be like, are you done now? Is it okay? You need a fucking snack? Go take a nap. That's it. That is it. You don't engage with long back and forth conversations. You don't rant about yourself. You don't go storytelling mode. They don't care about anything you say. They only care and will only care for the rest of their lives about how they feel. And so you make them feel better by saying less. You make them feel better by not telling them everything. You make them feel better by keeping them in the dark and not communicating. That's the game. Number 4, women need direct flirting to feel attracted towards you. This is one of the most insane lies I've ever come across as a dating coach. Guys will come to me and they'll be like, when am I gonna flirt with her? I mean, I gotta say she's beautiful. I gotta say I'm into her, right? No, it's such a dog shit lie. It is not real. Here's what happens when you're direct about flirting your interest and intention with a woman. When you say you're beautiful, when you say I want to take you on a date, when you say any of these direct things in flirting with her, whatever it is, you only make them uncomfortable. Women want to be in the dark. When they know truly how you feel, when they know you think they're so attractive, when they know all these things and their mind can't run to possibilities and fiction land and potentials, they don't feel anything. They feel the maximum stimulation when you're cold, when you tease them, when there's some banter, when there's some logic and you're not fucking trying. They know too much when you are too transparent. They get anxious, they put up their guard, they feel like you want something from them, they get uncomfortable because they see you as you're on your knees. And that's why it makes them so uncomfortable. Because a man should not be on his knees. A man should be standing tall, saying, come here, let's go, we're going. That is the presence of a man they chase and a man they desire, not a man on his knees with all these compliments. Because whether you like it or not, the compliments, the direct flirting, they see it as a man on his knees every single time. I don't care what it is. And so therefore, they hate you, you're invisible, and they don't want you. And they're gonna come back to me because I never give them compliments. I never tell them nice shit. I never tell them I like them. The only indication is let's go out, my time. That is the maximum insight into the fact that I like them, period. Number 5, if I ever offend women, they won't like me. Oh, Lordy. Honestly, offending women is one of the best things you could ever do. Let me tell you why. When you offend a woman, or when you show you're not afraid to offend a woman, you know what that says? Many things. All good things. One of which being, I don't need you. I don't need you at all. And of course you can offend them with a smile on your face as you're, giving them a little tap with some great eye contact. And so you want to, fluff it up a little. I'm not saying like, you are fat. No, I would never say that, right? But having the confidence to disagree with a woman is power. It shows I don't need you. I don't need you. I have a factory. There's a million of you. I don't care. I don't need you. My life is great and you can either be a part of it or not. I'm not going to bend and be agreeable and cave out of a fear of your approval or you liking me. Guess what happens when you adopt that mentality, when you adopt that energy? You can't get rid of them. You literally cannot get rid of them. They will stick to you for the rest of your life. You know what happens when you're afraid of offending them and therefore you're timid and passive and agreeable? They never talk to you again. Oh yeah, he was really nice. I really liked him, and then never call you. You'll be that guy for the rest of your life. You need to have so much abundance and confidence and certainty that you are not afraid to offend them or disagree with them. That's the only way they will respect you. Because again, they need you to be superior with them inferior. Why the hell are you agreeing with something that is below you, that is inferior, that can't even remember to drink water? It's coming from a fear of insecurity, a fear of approval. You need to unfuck your mind. Number 6, I need to give her attention all the time or she's gonna go find it somewhere else. Let me tell you something fundamental about how women operate. Human beings, but women specifically, operate based on incentive. The different types of incentives are based on the person and the gender. For a woman, It is going to be attention and emotional stimulation, but it is the value of the attention that matters. And when you have such surplus of attention towards them because you give it all the time, guess what it does to the value? It goes to fucking zero. They only, and I mean only, want valuable attention. They have attention from everybody all the time. Any girl that has a pulse and is remotely attractive has thousands of dudes she could talk to, thousands of guys that give her attention every second of every day. It's not just attention they want. It's valuable attention. You do not make something valuable by having it in excess. The only way to be the most valuable attention they could want is for it to be scarce. And the only way to do that is to limit the quantity. This is economics. Read a damn book. And so when you think, well, if I don't talk to her all the time and give her attention and do this and do that, she's gonna go find someone else. No, she's gonna go find someone else because your attention is worthless. It is dog shit. And mine is gold because I don't give it to her for 3 days. And then I pop up with a voice note and she's in love with the attention and the emotion and the dopamine spikes from the scarce attention. It is not a quantity game, it is a quality game. And so long as you believe the lie that you have to constantly perform and give all this attention, women will be repulsed by you. They will see you as below them and discard you immediately. Number 7, my looks are the main factor in women liking me. You are so wrong. Looks can get you in the door. The second you're in the door, it is all your game. It is all your knowledge of female nature, female psychology, how you behave, dictates how they behave towards you, your texting patterns, your body language, your tonality, how you talk to them, your conversation flow, how you ask questions, how you slam them down, how you're a dictator, how you lead, how you're assertive, because that is what creates emotional stimulation. And they form desire based on how they feel. And looks gives them a little bit of a feeling. Oh, wow, he's so handsome. It's over. It's over. Now they're in conversation and now she's feeling his energy. She's feeling his vibe. That is the feeling that grows or plummets her desire towards that man. And so yes, get in good shape. Look the best you can. Makeup? No. Surgeries? That's absurd. Do things that make sense to do and do them quickly and look good. Of course, but most of your effort should be on learning the game, learning the real game, learning behavior, female psychology, female nature, tonality, body language, eye contact, conversation flows, how to seduce the right way, how to keep them in mystery, how to be unreadable and unpredictable and be a man women chase for the rest of their lives. If you want to learn how, click the link below. I'll make you a master at women in dating. I'll see you in the next video.